together. And we've had a busy couple of weeks. For those of you who have been involved with the work days and things like that, it has been busy. And it seems like a year ago that we closed in this building, but it was a week and a half ago. We've gotten a lot done. Even today, Dean just texted me pictures. I had to leave to get ready for this, but of the property right now. And they did a ton of work out there today as far as clearing out some of the curbing. And he's going to be building a really beautiful front entranceway to the building. And it's going to be awesome. You guys are going to love it. And you'll see it soon. But a lot of progress being made. I was up with my friend Jeff Bush. We were scraping popcorn ceilings for a good bit of time yesterday. And so whenever you walk into the new auditorium, whenever we're finally able to have church in there, I want everyone to comment on just how smooth and amazing those ceilings look, okay? If you don't, it'll hurt my feelings, and I feel like I wasted 15 hours of my life. So, wow, Pastor, let's all practice. Wow, Pastor, those ceilings look very smooth. And I'll say, I know. No, I'll say thank you. But looking forward to getting together here soon. So continue to pray for those. We have another work day on Saturday of this week, and kind of getting the building ready and things like that. If you're wanting to be involved with the renovation projects and work days, you go to newhopect.com/reno, and there it'll have the upcoming work days and kind of the focuses that we'll be doing, as well as a spot for you to RSVP, because we've had a couple people that showed up to work and we didn't know you were coming or the building wasn't unlocked. So that's the best way to let us know, is to use that RSVP function on newhopect.com/reno. So use that, and we'll be able to make sure that someone is there to let you in, and the groups will be around you. So thank you, Heidi. Thank you. Good practice. You haven't seen them yet, but I appreciate that. But okay, so what I want to start with tonight is we are working through the book of Proverbs, so we'll get to Proverbs chapter 5 in just a few minutes. But I want to talk, thank you, Jen. All of these comments are just blessing me. Thank you. For a few minutes about the regathering plans. Okay, so the restrictions and the guidelines have been changing almost by the hour to the day, like as far as what we can do, what we can't do, what's the guidelines for the safest regathering. So what we're going to do, there's no more anticipation. Okay, this Sunday, June 14th, is going to be our first Sunday back meeting together. Okay, June 14th. We'll be meeting at our new location, not in our new auditorium yet, but in kind of a temporary auditorium that we've set up. And that'll take place this Sunday. Okay. Now, it is going to be a little bit different. Okay. So we are going to need to follow these guidelines that have been put into, given to us by our authorities. We know that, there's a zillion different opinions on these things. But what's clear is we want to preserve our testimony in the community. We want to preserve the safety of our church family. So what we're going to do is on Sunday, there will be two services. Okay, there will be a 9:30 service and there will be an 11 o'clock service, because with the size our church is right now, we are not able to meet all together at one point yet. Okay, so I'll have a 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Those will be identical services. Okay, the exact same music, the exact same message. So the exact same service between them both. The only difference is there will be no childcare available at the 9:30 service. Okay, so 11 a.m. we'll have nursery and junior church, and 9:30 will just be the auditorium service. Okay, so we will not have any childcare available at 9:30. So maybe if you don't have kids, that'd be a great service to attend. What we're going to do to make sure we have a good spread of people is I'm going to need you, and I know this is going to be a pain in the neck for some of you, but I'm going to need you to let me know which service you're attending. That way we can make sure that we're prepared, because we're going to do our very best to make sure there's distancing between all families and things like that. So if you'll go on the computer to newhopect.com/COVID, okay, COVID, there you'll see listed for you our reassembly plans, some things you should know, what to expect, and then there'll be a button at the bottom of the page that lets you reserve your spot, okay? Because once we go over a certain number, I'm not allowed to have any more in the building, okay? So reserve your spot either at 9:30 or 11. There'll be a spot there. If you have kids at 11 o'clock, we're able to reserve childcare for them. We will be when the kids go into the nursery, every child will have their temperature taken. Okay, we're going to do our very best to be prudent, to be wise, moving forward. And Clark, that's a good idea. I'm going to put that on the website as another guideline of, basic human hygiene would probably be a good step as well. So 9:30 and 11, 9:30 just the auditorium, 11 a.m. we'll have the childcare available, both toddler nursery, infant nursery, and junior church. Okay, but I need you to reserve your spot. Go to newhopect.com/reno. And you say, Andrew, what kind of restrictions are we talking about? There's going to be some. Okay, I listed 5 things, okay, on the website that we want to ask you to agree to if you're going to come. Okay, the first one is to agree to not come to church if you are sick, if you have a fever, if you have had a fever in the last 2 weeks, or if you have been diagnosed with COVID in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so if any of those things are true, if you're sick, if you have a fever, or if you've had a fever recently, please sit this Sunday out. Okay, and secondly, okay, agree to observe all social distance guidelines, which include no physical contact. So we're gonna have to hold off on those hugs. Okay, no physical contact. We're going to ask you to sit only with your immediate family. Okay, so I know you're going to have friends you're going to see. You can hang out in the parking lot, but in the service, sit with your immediate family. There's going to be at least 2 seats between your family and another family in the same row to make sure we have it spread. Let me put it in here, Heidi. newhopect.com/COVID. That should work. And each row is going to be designated as a 9:30 row or an 11 a.m. row. So no seat will be sat in both services. So there'll be a row between each family, as well as at least 2 seats horizontally between each family. And I know this sounds weird, and I know it's going to be cumbersome, but please bear with me and do your very best. Okay, so no physical contact, remaining seated with your family, and do your very best to maintain 6 feet of personal space between your family and others. Okay, next. It's currently recommended the use of personal protective equipment like a mask is encouraged for us to use before and after services if you're comfortable. Okay, like I know some of you, like my wife is several months pregnant, has a hard time wearing a mask. We're not going to police this, okay? You're not coming into the Gestapo, but if you would do us a favor and if you would be patient with those who are around you who maybe are more hesitant about this or nervous about this than maybe you are, if you'd be willing to wear a mask before and after the service inside the building. During the service, of course, you can take that off, sing to the Lord. We're not going to be crazy. But if you're able to respect one another enough to wear that, if it's comfortable for you, I would ask you to. Before and after the service, I'll be wearing one, and I'll try and make it stylish with a nice New York Yankees logo on it or something for all you Red Sox fans. So mask before and after if comfortable, and it's recommended. Okay. Next, agree to refrain from gathering at entrances, exits, or hallways. We're hoping that most of the fellowship, which I know you guys are desperate to do, will take place outside. We've got patios now. Okay. We've got grass. We've got a nice big parking lot. There'll be plenty of space there for us to be able to gather outside. So we won't have as much fellowship space inside. There won't be coffee or refreshments this week, just to refrain from those germs being passed. So all the gathering take place outside. Clark's, ushers, wipe chairs. We are going to have go through in between services with Lysol wipes. Unfortunately, the chairs are that more fabric material, so we thought it best just to have that separation. But doorknobs, nurseries, things like that will be wiped in between the services. Great idea. Mariana, we understand that. So we understand there's several of you that have a hard time with that. So gathering outside when we can, and it's got a beautiful outside. I want you to enjoy it. Next, you agree to adhere to all directional signage, guidelines, and instructions. Okay, we're going to be some signs up of don't go in here, sit here, try and stay over here. We're just asking you to be patient with us. We're just asking if you're going to come, that you're not going to, fight the system here and try and, make your own way. Okay, so try and be understanding. And I know our church family has a sweet spirit about these things. So I really don't anticipate any of that, but we just want to go through it. And you say, Andrew, what can I expect on Sunday? It seems it's going to be different. It will be different, but it'll be better, in my opinion, than sitting in front of a computer screen. Okay, so 2 services, 9:30 and 11. The 11 o'clock service will be recorded. and it will be posted to our YouTube channel by Sunday afternoon. Eventually, we want to get to the point where we're able to stream live from our new building, but we haven't been able to get the internet set up in there yet, as we just got in there. So we will not be able to live stream this Sunday, but it will be recorded and posted for you on the YouTube channel by Sunday afternoon. Maybe if you're older, or you're in the high risk category, please don't feel bad at all or guilted into coming. We hope that you remain safe, and we'll get the service to you by Sunday afternoon, and you can enjoy it with your dinner or before you go to bed, or maybe it'll put you to sleep. I don't know. I don't know. So no live stream, but it will be posted on Sunday afternoon. And thank you for being patient with me. I know this is a lot. Right now, there'll be no Sunday evenings and no Wednesday evenings. Those will remain online. When we have Sunday evenings for virtual table on Zoom, Wednesday evenings for this Bible study, these will remain online for right now, and we will not meet back together. The front door of the lobby of the new building will be propped open, so it's a touchless entry. If you don't want to touch a doorknob, you don't have to touch a doorknob the whole time you're there. Okay, so walk right in through those front doors. In the lobby, there will be a drop-off location for our tithes and offerings. We're not going to pass the plate back and forth due to the germs that could be passed there. Online giving, of course, is still available, as most of you are using that at this point. But there will be a drop-off location. If you prefer to bring a check and drop it off there, that will be fine as well. There will be no handshaking during services or cafe available before and after. And I think that's it. So what we need you to do, okay, and it sounds like that's a lot of rules. It's going to be fine, okay? We just want to give us some guidelines, give us some ability to set some sort of rules and standards about what we can do, what we can't do. And much of this is legislated for us. But we want to be good citizens and follow Romans 13, where it teaches us when we can to follow after the leaders that we have, even if we disagree, even if you think this is silly. We're asking you to be a part of it, so we're able to worship together. During the service, we're going to worship, right? We're going to sing to the Lord. We're going to study the book of Jude, just as we've always done together through God's word. And we hope that you'll be able to join us. I need you to reserve your spot, though. Okay, so newhopect.com/COVID, or if you go to newhopect.com, the website, you'll see a big button there on the homepage that says reserve a seat. If you click that, it'll take you to these guidelines that I just kind of read through, as well as a button at the bottom of the page where it says reserve your seat. That'll take you to a form, you fill it out, and you're good to go. And you say, Andrew, you might have to bring a ticket with me. No, what this is doing is just helping us to make sure that we don't have 180 people at 9 a.m. and 5 people at 11 a.m. Okay, it's going to help us to spread it out and prepare the chairs and the seating arrangements all to be as safe as we can possibly be. So we are excited, even with all the restrictions, even with all of these different rules and things that are going into it, and it seems like a lot. We're excited to be able to be gathered back together. I'm excited for our first service in our new facility. So this is an exciting weekend, and don't let the cumbersome nature of all of this extra stuff discourage you from being involved in a special day in our church's history. If you are nervous or you're cautious right now due to the contagiousness of this virus, please don't feel pressured in any way. We want you to take responsibility for your health, for your family's health, and we would never step into your family structure and tell you what you should or shouldn't do in matters like this. But for those of you who are ready, which it seemed like there was a good majority of you in those surveys that seem like you're either ready right now or you're cautious but ready, we want to open up our doors in our new facility to say welcome in. And it's not done, so lower your expectations, okay? So it's not done, but it's going to be exciting for us to be able to worship together there this Sunday, June 14th, 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. 9:30, no childcare. 11 a.m., we'll have the nurseries, but your child will be, their temperature will be taken before being welcomed in. Okay, so we are excited. I hope you're excited. I see all the comments in here that people seem to be excited. I just want to worship. There you go. This is going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. And we had a sound check last night, kind of getting all the gear set up. The band sounds great. We're going to be able to jump into God's Word together. I am so looking forward to preaching to your faces again and being able to see you instead of this camera staring at me, this one-eyed monster that stares at me while I preach right now. But I'm looking forward to being together with you soon. And you'll get an email with this information as well as the link to be able to reserve your spot either tonight, tomorrow, or Friday, whenever I get it sent out here. But I want to encourage you, if you're watching this, to go ahead tonight or tomorrow, go to newhopect.com/COVID and reserve your spot. Okay. Pastor, I really want to go to 11 o'clock. Reserve your spot. Okay. And we're going to ask those who maybe don't have kids, if you'd like to attend the 9:30, that would probably be a gracious, kind thing to do. And maybe if you're in the empty nester stage, you're up early anyways. So we'd love to have you at that. No judgment. If you're an empty nester and you sleep in, more power to you. Okay. But we're looking forward to this Sunday. Okay. So June 14th, Welcome Home Sunday. First service in our new building, 9:30 and 11. newhopect.com/COVID. I think I've adequately announced it, and you want to share this with your friends and neighbors. Many of you, some of you are watching this, and you've never attended our church before. We are so excited to welcome you to New Hope. And even though if we have a mask on, I promise you there are big, cheesy, happy Jesus grins underneath those masks. And we can't wait to welcome you into our church family. And anyways, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too.